And there we go. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
How are we all doing? Everyone all right? Okay, well, at this point, should probably introduce ourselves. My good lady wife here is Heather, head genius behind CysterWigs and Hair Kitty. And
Super heroine? Oh my god. No pressure or anything.
and I'm Nigel, resting supervillain face. Shameless self-promotion achieved.
Yay.
Alrighty. Who have we got in here? I know we had Carla Wood was on here earlier. Hi, Carla. Kathleen is here.
Carla, isn't he handsome? That was from our commitment ceremony. That's one of the pictures from there. Hi, Kathleen.
Let's see what we got here. Love your hair, Heather. Is that Cora, maybe?
Actually, this is Cora's heat-friendly doppelganger. I made the exact same style in the Wig Scrubber line and in this line, which is the CysterWigs Limited. So the difference between the two is one is like more like medical grade, like full stop prosthetic, and so a little bit bigger caps. And this one is more like fashion wigs that are very medical friendly, you know. So this is heat friendly. It's got the exact same cap construction as Piper and Felix. So if you like those, this is Daphne, by the way. So Daphne is Cora. They're the same style. It's just the Cora is the one that we'll be making from the more premium line. So the cap's gonna be a little roomier, and the fiber will be regular synthetic because we try to stick to those guidelines for those two lines. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. We're using Nigel's microphone today, so hopefully I'm projecting all right.
Yes. Susan Chastain Sayer says heroine. Hi.
Puns, I love it.
Love it. Shauna Salmon says, hey guys. Hey Shauna.
Hello.
Who we got else here? We got Cheryl. Hi Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
And Kathleen says, awesome. That one is for me.
This color too.
Oh, a reddish
Yeah.
wig.
Here, let me turn up the light just a smidge. We went with mood lighting tonight, but I wanted to see this. This is hot cinnamon rooted, so we're going to be making this in a couple different styles. It's one of the ones that I proofed like in November or December. So this will probably be coming in like late spring, early summer. Here we go. Back to spooky mood lighting. I'm going full on eccentric auntie today, by the way. I have no makeup on at all, but I do have some pretty ostentatious accessories.
Well, I like them.
Well,
I really like your dress, the bug and the spider dress.
And the mug
Butterflies
matches.
and moths. Oh, so it does, yeah.
We're going with the spider theme.
Carmen Jacinto says, hello, Carmen.
Hello.
Stacy says, love that style. Marie Cash Veltzheimer says, hi, y'all from Oklahoma. Hello, Marie.
You said y'all. Yay.
Wendy says, hey, guys, glad to have another Saturday off so I can join you.
Hey.
Excellent.
Hi, Wendy.
Great to see you. Great seeing you again. All righty. Let's see. We got a bit of news here. We have broken through. Oops. There we go. We have broken through the 12,000 subscriber mark on this channel. We're at like 12,076.
Oh, do we still have the noisemakers handy? Are they anywhere
No,
near?
they're not handy.
Dang, we should just keep those on hand because they're fun.
All righty.
We'll break those up for next time, but pretend. Yeah. Yep.
Soup boomers. Yeah, hang on.
All right. We had an experience.
Yes. Bringing you the full joyous experience.
All right. Cheryl
Yes.
says she's having trouble hearing me. So
Okay.
if there are any segments where I'm going to do most of the talking, we'll just switch over to my microphone. But until then, if he's doing most of the talking, we will figure out an audio solution that works better long term. We've got some nice microphone equipment. We just have no idea what we're doing. So we'll figure it out eventually, I promise.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, in case you didn't hear that, we're using my mic because Heather wants me to do most of the talking today. And if you're having trouble hearing what she's saying, let us know and we'll swap mics or something. All righty.
Yeah, I wanna kind of give him the you can kind of see me. Can you make it one camera view, honey?
Yes.
Just click that button right there. Oh.
Don't worry.
Okay, now click that button right there. We'll get this. There
There
we
we
go.
go.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I want to kind of show him how to use more of these features so we can be full-on co-hosts. Because you probably saw from like many, many moons ago when I rebranded the CysterWigs 2 channel as CysterWigs After Dark, I literally made him the protagonist of this story.
All right.
Like, I want him to have a creative outlet with us and we can all hang out and like just kind of get loose. But I wanted to kind of, you know, empower him to show him how to do these things in real time.
Yes, excellent. Let's go with some more comments here. Get us eased in here. Kathleen says, very pretty color. Yeah, I kind of thought she'd like that. Carmen says, super cute, Heather, and the wig too.
Oh, thank you.
Serene says, hello, cute bug mug. Hello, Serene.
We're happy you could join us.
Yes, indeedy. Kathleen Simmons says hello to both of you. Hello, Kathleen. Susan says, hi, everyone. Hi, Susan. Ava says, hello, Heather and Nigel, and hello to you too, Ava. Let's see, where are we here? Lots of yays and woohoos.
And love for your shirt. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
Check it out.
Yes. Bob Ross, love it. Excellent.
Fantastic.
Right. I don't know who this is.
There you
go. The name is not coming through because it's on one of the private channels, but congratulations on 12K. Thank you, whoever you are. Marvelous. Let's see. Tina says, hola, y'all just got out the shower. Well,
so fresh and so clean.
Good to be clean on the outside, at least. All righty. Kelly says hello. Hello, Kelly. Oh, and please share it, Nigel's saying on his shirt. Well, it says, ever make mistakes in life? Let's make them birds. Yeah, they're birds now.
It's so good.
Christine says, at last, I'm able to be back. Welcome back, Christine. Glad to have you here. Liz says, hi, Nigel,
hi,
Heather, and all. Hello, Liz. Another Facebook user says, hi, everyone.
Hello.
Sorry your name isn't coming up.
But we're happy you could join us. And that's proof that you can keep it anonymous and still come and chat in the log.
Definitely. So, we won't be able to see your name, but we appreciate the interaction.
Absolutely.
And I have a coworker right beside me that talks so much. I'm missing it. Lol. Earphones, Shauna. Earphones.
Oh, but what if she thinks it's a conversation? You know what I mean? What if a coworker thinks that you're? I don't know. Office things can be weird, honestly, because
we just finished watching Office Space last night.
That's right. Office stuff can be crazy. I'll talk over here so one mic it. Go ahead and hit that right there.
I'm working on it.
Boop.
Trying to. There we go.
Okay. So offices are crazy. I remember, for example, back when I first graduated from college, I got a job at an advertising agency in Cleveland as like an IT person. And it was my first exposure to real, office politics. And it was amazing, particularly when I started wearing wigs for the first time. And I think I've probably told this story at one point or another, but so forgive me if you've heard this one before.
Hang on. I just realized something.
Yeah.
You keep talking. I'll be right back.
Oh.
I left something downstairs.
Okay. Hi. So when I first started wearing wigs, I didn't even try to be sneaky about it because I was going from a world where I had like no hair at all to full hair. So I decided that, I was just going to do it. And it was obvious that I was wearing wigs. And yet people would go out of their way to try to ask me in ways that weren't like really asking me. Like, is that a wig? You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't actually ask that. They'd just be like, did you do something different with your hair? That sort of thing. And that was my first exposure to just how crazy office environments could be. So I don't know. It could be one of those situations where you're held captive because somebody thinks they're having a conversation with you while you're trying to work. Oh my God. I've been through that.
What's happening? Yeah, we're going to need to talk about your TPS reports. Okay, great. All right, I had to go get some water because tonight's cocktail, which we'll get to shortly, needs to be diluted. And I left the jug of water downstairs, so apologies for that. Carmen says, big congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kathleen says, I had my Phoenix in cayenne ginger root. I love this color. I need more styles in this color. I should have been born a redhead. Excellent. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Kathleen says, I assume Daphne's cap is like Felix.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Very much. Yes.
And Facebook user, thank you, whoever you are, loves the shirt. Thank you, 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 thank you. And so does Shauna. And Marie, excellent. And Kathleen, no mistakes, just happy accidents.
That's right.
Yes, excellent. Let's see. Tina's wig was delayed. Yeah. It's been getting like that a lot with postal stuff. Cat B, hi, I'm driving while I'm here. Hi, drive safe. Hope all is well.
Oh, and a heads up about the shipping too. We're working on something behind the scenes, a few things actually, but one of the things we're working on is we're trying to refine our logistics processes a little bit, because right now we're kind of at capacity and we would really like it to scale. That is business mumbo jumbo, for we need more people on this than we can do on our own. So we've tapped into a company for that. We've worked with them in the past, and we've actually figured out some of the things that we would like to correct from the last time around. And we think that this is actually going to be a really good solution for us. But when we switch warehouses, this is my long-winded prelude to that. When we actually make the transition for warehouses, we'll try to make it as quick as possible. But just know that will add a delay. I will make sure everybody knows. We'll send out like a newsletter blast when that happens, so you know when, what weekend or what days that might affect. So make sure you're signed up to our newsletter. Do you have a little thingy for that? Sign up for our newsletter if you're not already, so that way we can notify you when we actually make that transition. Because it will definitely cause a little itty bit of delay, maybe a few days when that transition occurs. But again, we will let you know. This is me starting that process of letting you know now. All right.
Okay. Let's get back to some comments before we crack on with stuff. Where are we here? Where did I leave off? Tina says, is there a dragonfly on your shirt? Well, she's got some dragonflies and a couple like beetles on here, as well as the butterflies, moths, and spiders. So yeah, I can see one down here on her knee. So yeah, there's a dragonfly there. Let's see. Deborah. Hello, Deborah. How you doing? You don't usually remind me of Drew Barrymore, but tonight, whatever it is, Barrymore vibe. Yeah, I often thought that. I don't know what it was. It was that Ever After movie that got me seeing the connection.
Aww.
But yeah.
Thank you.
Joyce. Hi, Joyce.
Hello.
Let's see. Thank you very much. I actually combed it today. And Weekdays Hair Garden checking in. Hello.
Hello.
Carla says, I was head of an ad copy for an ad agency for 17 years and started wearing wigs then too. Crazy. Oh, man.
Yes, creative people can come up with creative ways to not ask you, but ask you if you're wearing a wig.
Work in a hospital, no help, or hair gets too hot. I can imagine all that running around. Man, that would build up real quickly. But let's see. Oh, Kathleen Simmons says, got my Vaughn and Royal Velvet R today. Love hair mail. Excellent.
I hope you like the color. Purple suits you.
And Jen, hi Jen, if you could go ahead and tell Jen what wig you're wearing again.
Oh yeah, this is actually a prototype, but it's one we've already approved and we've already paid to make them. So this is already in production and we should have them probably like late spring, early summer. This is Daphne, and she's in the same family of wigs as Felix and Piper. So those CysterWigs limited collection lines. It's a heat-friendly wig, and I swear to you, this is no exaggeration. I have been wearing this as my everyday wig, and Nigel can attest to this. Ever since I got this prototype, because I love it and it's comfy, and the red's really good. But I haven't had to comb this damn thing once. I haven't had to comb it yet. It's a combination of the fiber and the texture and the length. I haven't had to do anything except use my fingers on it yet. It's
Good
amazing.
stuff.
And I've even washed it since then, obviously, and it's been great.
Good stuff. Right.
So I'm very encouraged.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Well, now then, I mentioned it earlier, so let's get to it. The drink of the week is Tropical Passion Peach Punch.
Here, I'll get out of your way.
All righty. Now, what we're doing here is, this is something we threw together like literally, and I don't use that word often or
Literally.
lightly. Shut up. She makes fun of that a lot. I do not use that word often or lightly, unlike a lot of other British people. But yes, we literally threw this together 15 minutes before this was due to start. So what we're doing here is we're taking some of this Tezo Iced Passion, which is, it says, plunge into a refreshing paradise of hibiscus, orange peel, rose hips, and passion fruit flavors. Yeah. Just add water and enjoy. Caffeine-free herbal tea concentrate. So basically, it's a tropical tisane. And the instructions say you mix roughly equal parts of this stuff and some water. So we're gonna. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour shots worth of Crown Royal Peach into the glasses. So that's about a shot. And that is about a shot. Okay. And in case anyone's wondering, you ever watch Justin Wilson's Cajun Cooking on PBS, where he used to pour out some salt in the palm of his hand, say, look, this is a teaspoon. See? Teaspoon. Yeah, I'm like that with booze. Okay, so shake.
We've got technology.
Oh, hey. Shake that up.
Multiple camera angles. Value added to the production. This looks beautiful.
Pour this out.
That's such an interesting color when the two are mixed together.
Yes.
It's not quite brown.
It's not quite peachy or orangey or pinky.
Like claret, maybe?
I would say that's sort of dark rum or perhaps tawny port flavored.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
It's very earthy color.
All right, there's yours.
Thank you, dear.
Here's mine.
That's still very nice.
Drink ale.
Do I say wassail in this situation?
Yes.
Wassail.
Right. Yeah, it ain't too bad. If you like sort of tart teas, tart alcoholic teas, this ain't too shabby.
That's pretty good. Does it actually have tea in it?
No, I don't think so.
It is. And if you already read this, didn't you?
No.
Okay. You should do it because your voice is so good.
All right. Ingredients: an infusion of water, hibiscus flowers, natural tropical flavors, whatever the fuck that means. Natural tropical flavors could be like frigate bird dung for all I know.
I love it when you get bitchy, you know.
Thank you. Citric acid, licorice root, orange peel, cinnamon, rose hips, lemongrass, fruit juice extract for color. Yeah, that's vague. Cane sugar, natural flavor, citric acid, natural flavor. Bloody hellfire. Natural flavor. Arsenic is a natural flavor. Ugh. Vaguey Vagerson.
That's marketing language.
Ugh.
It's so open to interpretation. It's kind of like, you know, the Backstreet Boys, I want it that way. That's like the ultimate pop song based marketing slogan. For, you know, because it's like, it applies to everything. What do you want and what way do you want it? What is it that you want that way, which is which way that you want it?
I refuse to answer in case it gets the channel taken down.
Oh, Chris has got a good question.
Yeah.
Is Daphne a bit like Kona? It's shorter than Kona, and the shape of it is a little bit different. Kona comes down to about here on me. And let's see, what else? Kona's also got a lot more layering, much higher up, and that's when it starts. This one almost has like a bob shape to it overall. So it's kind of like, you know, and I gotta be careful, right? Because I mean, this is one of those things where it's like not an exact match of either of these two. And hopefully I'm projecting enough. I don't know, but it's
Well, come over here then.
okay. Ugh. Okay, so it's a bit like a hybrid between something like Kona, or one of those like shaggy bobs over there, and also something like Girl Mono. It's got a very similar profile, a very similar kind of curl, but that's because there are a lot of these kinds of wigs on the market. Where I really tried to make it different wasn't necessarily with the style, but was with the cap construction, because most of the wigs that are like this on the market,
She matches Daphne's color,
a little
says
bit,
Cheryl.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
This is slightly more copper, but yeah, very close. I think that oh gosh, what the heck was I saying? I got distracted by the color.
It says, is it a bit like Kona?
Oh, okay. So, I was saying something and then I completely lost it.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. I got distracted. That's my fault. Maybe somebody can remind me. I was saying something about how it's not exact. Oh, the cap construction, right? Like all of those wigs that are like this, they have some monofilament in them. This does not have any. This is like Felix and Piper, because I'm trying to hit a less expensive price point with this. So that way people who don't have that kind of budget or want multiple colors can get into a style like that without having to get the monofilament on top of it. But we are developing a version of this that will have some monofilament in it for our slightly higher end line, Wigs Forever, and that will have a regular fiber and not a heat friendly one, again differentiating it from those styles, because it will lay slightly differently. A heat friendly fiber is a little stiffer, you know, so it's great in these textured styles because you don't really have to put any product in them. They'll just kind of stay in place because of the static buildup and the stiffness of the fiber. But with regular synthetic, particularly silky texture synthetic, I'm sorry if I'm getting too deep with it, but like essentially it lays slightly flatter by nature because it's a slightly softer fiber that just kind of takes whatever shape you mold it into, but it's not as rigid. And it doesn't build up static quite as much. So you would probably have to add product to Cora, for example, because she's going to have a regular synthetic fiber. And to get this kind of look where, you know, it's kind of piecey at the bottom, you can't just rely on the properties of the fiber. You have to add product. I saved that, I think. Hopefully that made sense. I'm glad I remembered, though.
Yeah. Pegwitch says, that was me at Disney showing off holographic blonde, by the way. So you remembered my post on Facebook on the past live stream. Yeah, that was great. She posted a picture of herself and her husband at the new Star Wars attraction at Disney World.
Oh, cool.
And in a holographic blonde, and people said, oh, I love your hair, I love your hair. So she said it was a wig there. They said, huh? Alrighty, so let's see. We're gonna go on a little sidetrack here.
Birds. Oh, is that why you're wearing that shirt?
No.
Oh, but it's got birds on it.
Yeah, well, I just
words and birds.
Yeah, well, bird is the word. No, I just picked this shirt randomly, you know, but
it was meant to be.
Yeah. Anyway, no, brought this up. This is just to kill a little bit more time to give everyone a chance to get here, you know. But had a fun thing happen to me this week. I was topping up all of the stuff in our bird feeders earlier this week, and you know, mostly whenever I walk around, all the birds in the neighborhood just sort of scatter, as you can imagine. Well, I came around and I refilled the seeds and the mealworms and the bark butter nuggets and checked on the suet and everything, made sure everything was filled up. And I got this tub of bark butter in my hand that I was preparing to smear on the feeder pole so all the birds can peck it off. And we've had some interesting little birds come up. We've got a downy woodpecker that comes and all that. He was the first one to have a go at the bark butter, and then after that, lots of other birds came and started having a go at the bark butter, like the cardinals and the mockingbirds and the wren, a little bit, not too much, finches and sparrows and stuff like that. But one of the things we've that's been coming around and really giving the woodpecker a run for its money on the bark butter consumption is a ruby crown kinglet. We've got both golden crown kinglets and ruby crown kinglets in our neck of the woods. And for those of you who are outside, they are outside the U.S. They're related to firecrests, gold crests, and other birds like that. I think they're the Regulidae family. Anyway, point is, they're tiny and adorable. And I'm going to see if I can get this to work. Well, as I had this tub of bark butter in my hand, I scooped out a handful and smeared it on the pole. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw some movement over that direction. And this little female ruby crown kinglet was perched on one of the trellises that we have to support our garden flowers in the growing season. And I thought, oh, she's pretty ballsy. She had previously fed at the pole while I was like 10 feet away waiting to top up the feeder again. And so I thought she'd wait until I was gone. Took another smear, put it up on the pole, turned back to the tub of the bark butter, and she was just perched there on the end of the branch, like 2 feet away from my hand, just sort of looking up at me as if to say, well, come on, I'm hungry. And so I thought, well, she's not afraid of me. So I took a little smear and just sort of held my hand out, like that. Not up this high, just a little bit lower down, but held out my hand. And she looked at my hand and so hopped one hop closer. And I thought, oh, okay. So I put my hand down on the branch and she hopped up and started eating directly from my hand. Now I'm gonna see if I can get this to work. Where are we here? That one. All right.
Oh, this one. Yeah.
There you go. That is what this little ruby crown kinglet looks like. Now that is not my hand. That is not my hand. Let's see if I can get that one. There we go. That's not my hand, but that gives you an idea across. If you hold up your hand and try and make it roughly similar in size to the one on the screen, that's how small they are. They're tiny. They're absolutely tiny. And she was just completely and utterly fearless when it came to the bark butter. It was like, okay, gigantic hairless pink ape, but food. And she'd take a mouthful and then look up at me to make sure I wasn't going to eat her, and then chewed that down, took another mouthful, and went back. It was just phenomenal. She ate from my hand, took about 4 or 5 mouthfuls, and then buggered off. It was just absolutely adorable. I fucking loved it. It was fantastic. Press the wrong button again. There we go. Try that. There we go.
Ooh, I have another. I'm gonna unmute my mic and answer a couple questions. If that's cool.
All right, we switched to my mic, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. We can't have them on at the same time because we haven't quite figured out how to not get the echo. And I hate wearing the headphones with the wigs. I want you to be able to see what I'm wearing. So anyway, boop, boop, doo, boop, boop, boop. Just want to say, Deborah, you have no need to fear that we're going to turn into birder wigs or change our logo to a bird or anything like that. Like, this isn't going to be like an all birds 24/7 endeavor here. We just like them.
Also, it depends on the bird. I mean, if we're talking cassowaries, yeah, them suckers
They're
are
terrifying. Mean. Cassowaries are like dinosaurs, for real.
Them suckers are mean.
They're terrifying. And those shoe bills. Those shoe bills look like they want to hurt
They're like
you.
humans, though. They're fine with humans.
They have that Terminator look in their eye, though.
They want to kill everything else, but they like humans for some reason. And Kelly asked, "How long didn't I move?" Oh, only about for the whole period. She came up to me while I was still moving.
Yeah.
She came up to me while I was still moving, and I sat there feeding her for about 20 seconds. She didn't stick around long, just enough to take 4 or 5 mouthfuls and bugger off again.
Those little birds have the biggest attitudes.
Oh,
it's them and the hummingbirds and the chickadees. They're so funny. And they don't, and the woodpeckers, they don't, the little downy woodpeckers, they don't care if we're there. It's so cute. especially the hummingbird, when it got in your face, it was like, what are you doing?
It's funny you should say that, Kelly. Actually, you do have kinglets up north. They do. Leslie, the bird nerd, she lives up in Canada. She's got videos about kinglets. They're very secretive. I don't know what we've been doing to entice the little ruby crown down, but she was absolutely ballsy and fearless. But yeah, we used to have them in Ohio, but I never saw any. I don't know what's different about the ones near our house, but I don't know.
Wanted to answer this question from Wendy. It's a good question. I'm getting strong winter vibes from Daphne. Is the cut similar? Yeah, the cut is similar, like all the ones we mentioned, like Girl Mono and what was the other one? I know Vienna Rose from Belle Trust, Kona from Belle Trust. There are a bunch of them that have a very similar profile and curl to this. It's just really trendy, you know, so there are a lot of different versions of something like this, and I just want to be really transparent about this. So you're going to get a lot of those vibes from Daphne and from Cora when they come out, because they're very, very similar. I would say that Cora is probably going to be slightly more similar to Winter because they're both in a non-heat friendly fiber. And also the shape is different. Winter has a much different profile to her. Like, to me, Winter is almost like, angular, the way that it's shaped. And I know that softens over time, but this one is definitely very rounded. The way that it's constructed, the way that the layers are cut are made to almost approximate a bob. So I think this is like almost like 80s hair a little bit compared to something like Winter, which is slightly edgier, honestly. You know, so they each have their own little special spin on the same kind of basic gist of a cut. The other difference, though, again, is that this has a super basic cap construction. It's going to be exactly like Piper and Felix. So if you're wearing a Felix in your profile pic, the cap's going to be exactly the same for Daphne. And that's another big difference between that and Winter. Winter is going to be a slightly more high-end product because it's got a lot more hand-tied components. Good question, though.
Just so you know, Barbara says she's not feeling, she's unwell, so we hope you feel better soon, Barbara.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. Let's see, where are we here?
So what else were you going to talk about tonight?
That was pretty much it. I just wanted to brag about having a little tiny birdie eat bark butter from my hand and share a picture of it, a copyright-free picture of it.
Yes.
Make sure everyone knows it's copyright free.
Yes.
I specifically search for copyright
free.
You
froze in the most epic way just then. Yeah, you were doing that.
Who is this? Who is this customer? Sorry, watched the first episode of Garth Marenghi's Dark Place again yesterday, watching Matt Berry go full on over dramatic plummy ham.
Why don't you come join me on mine? Because that way we can share this, but the lighting's better over here.
All right, off you go then. All right.
All right.
Right then.
Hi.
Hi.
You're cute. I like you.
How you doing? All righty, folks. Well, I think it's time to get to the main event tonight, and that is I tabulated your votes.
Woo!
Now, about 3 weeks back or so.
There we go. Now we're both in the center-ish. Okay.
Right. About 3 weeks back, we did a live stream wherein we asked you to comment and let us know what kind of things you'd like us to make next. What kind of things could we possibly do? We gave you some suggestions. We gave you some hints. We gave you some options and asked you to comment below and rate each other's comments with a thumbs up.
Yay!
So today I went through and I counted things.
And it was all him, by the way. I didn't even look at this because I'm still trying to get the video for Trinity done. It takes forever to edit the videos with the new format because I'm trying to be very comprehensive with how I showcase the hair. It takes a long time to get all those assets together, and my computer keeps freezing. I need an upgrade. So anyway, woosah, decompress.
I need some more.
Yeah, sorry, I got tense there for a moment. But I've been doing that. And so he actually tabulated all this stuff on that particular video. And so I'm very much in suspense and very interested to know what came from this. So
all righty.
This is all new to me too.
So in 5th place with 9 votes was having Stella in Cocoa Swirl R and Cool Opal Brown. That was from Hair there. I think I didn't capitalize the T. Apologies for that. That got 9 votes. In 4th place, also with 9 votes, was the 10-inch Ambrose.
All right.
In Chocolate Icing R. That was suggested by Kathy Herbert.
That's a very solid recommendation.
Yes,
yes.
That is very good. In 3rd place, with 10 votes, Rooting that is shorter and lighter.
Well,
that
how
came
about
from Kathy Herbert?
Specifically that, or is unrooted stuff okay? Because I've been making some unrooted stuff for the Wigs Forever line. So
yeah. So comment below on that.
Yeah,
Kathy.
on the replay. Comment on the replay.
Yeah, when the replay comes up, when we're done broadcasting here, and the replay comes up, let us know below if you want shorter and lighter roots, or is unrooted okay?
Yeah.
All right. Now then. In 2nd place, needs a bit of clarification here. With 11 votes, Vaughn in Royal Velvet R.
Which we're already doing.
So we've got you covered. And New Blonde. So we're not quite sure, Victoria, which New Blonde you're talking about. If you could clarify that, that would be Boffo Socko.
Yeah.
And she also says Bardo Mono in Royal Velvet R.
Yes.
Which was very popular.
That may take some time because the Royal Velvet R is from this product line, the CysterWigs Limited line, and we don't have the other factory making it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we could formulate it. It's just going to take a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it took us almost a year and a half to get Chocolate Icing R in the non-heat friendly fiber, so it does take a hot minute.
Yeah, the development of some of these things can take quite a while. As Heather said, a year and a half for some color blends, and going from there. So we don't want to make promises when we don't know the time. When we don't know the time frame, we're not going to give you a time frame. But you asked for it. We're going to try to work on it for you as best we can. Get it to you as soon as we can. Okay. Hi.
Hi. You're charming.
You're cute.
Oh, we're sickening.
It is our goal to be so damn cute that we make people projectile vomit within a 50-foot radius of us.
That's so sadistic.
Cutesy and evil.
Yay.
And in 1st place with 20 votes, more wig styles in lengths comparable to Willow, Felix, and Ambrose 10 inches from Carla Wood.
All right. Well, I think this would probably fit that bill as well. And we're also trying to work on some shorter styles like pixies and stuff. Again, it just kind of takes time. I don't wear a lot of pixies in real life, so it's taking me a while to do the research and stuff, but it is something we're developing for sure. Yeah.
So there we have it, folks. Those were the top 5 results from our polls and your suggestions. And yeah, we've got a direction to go in now with our product lines. Some ideas to kick around, some prototypes to get made, and we'll see how it goes, huh? Further bulletins as events warrant.
All right. Sounds good.
All righty. Let's take a few comments here. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, lots of people saying we're cute and adorable. Thank you. We try. Rabazzo Ratzo Fatso says those glasses rock. Have seen them already in earlier videos and love them. They're awesome.
They're Gwen Stefani.
They're Gwen Stefani.
They're Lamb. L-A-M-B.
Where'd you get those? Were those
these are from the eye doctor's
those
office.
Are from from the actual eye doctors.
And
okay.
He picked them out, so he has excellent taste. Yeah. I honestly think that, you know, because we went to like Athens Vision Clinic or something like that. It's in Athens because we're Athens adjacent. So
Yeah.
I think they had these because they're like bulldog colors, you know, go dogs. But yeah, I just thought they were snazzy and he really liked them on me. So
Yeah.
we ran with it.
Excellent. Okay, let's scroll through here.
But Gwen Stefani knows what's up. She's got good taste.
All right. Okay. Cora reminds me of Turn.
Yeah.
I'm not that familiar.
I believe
with
that
the
that's an Ellen Villa wig.
Yeah. Yes. By the way, you two have both been projecting. Okay, no worries there. Excellent.
Yay,
Thank you for letting us know,
Krista. Loudmouths. Woo!
Oh, yes. All righty.
Oh, no, the co-worker is still at it.
The co-worker is still at it.
Oh, man.
Corporate accounts payable, Nina speaking. Just a moment. Corporate accounts payable, Nina speaking. Just a moment. And then they switch from the swing line to the Boston stapler, and I told them I want to keep the swing line stapler because it doesn't bind up as much. Oh, let's skipped again. Back to where we were. Any plans on a double mono non-lace front? John Renault makes one, but I like your hair fibers much better.
Oh, thank you. Well, we're working on a whole bunch of stuff. So for right now, I'm trying to think if we have anything that's double monofilament in the pipeline. I don't think we do at this time, but we could absolutely start considering that. If you have any ideas about, like, let's do it again, shall we? Like, go ahead and leave this as a comment.
Yeah.
What it is that you would like to see in a double non-monofilament top wig, and maybe we can take a look at developing one.
Just made a quick note myself.
Yeah, but I mean, if you guys tell us what kind of thing you would like us to develop in that kind of cap construction, that might help us get the ball rolling in the right direction.
So we can do.
Yeah. But leave it on the replay so people can vote on it and then like have a conversation about it.
Yeah. Beauty from Within says, I'm starting to do CysterWigs hair kitty design reviews, plugging the company.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you so much. And by the way, that gives me a really great way to segue into a topic for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a second. All right.
I'm just scrolling.
Okay, cool. No, I know, but here, I want to let everybody know that we've got an affiliate program over at Hair Kitty, and I've plugged the program, but what I want to really do is make sure that you know that over the last week, I did a lot of work behind the scenes to try to change some of the things to refine the program and make it a little bit more I don't know, like tailored to the people who are in the program. I like did a bunch of polls and stuff like that to be like, hey, what would you like? And so we found out that there were two distinct groups hanging out with us in the affiliate program. There were people who wanted to be supportive and were interested in this and were hobbyists, but wanted to be kind of chill about it. I respect that. I still really appreciate the support, and we wanted to really make sure we weren't pressuring people to do things they didn't want to do, you know?
Definitely.
For real. And then the other group are people who like want strategic advice and stuff like that and want to actually like, you know, try to make a go of doing this professionally.
Yeah.
And so to me, those are like two distinct groups that have two distinct needs. So we split the program into two groups so that way we could kind of adjust it to that need a little bit better. And so just kind of keep in mind, though, regardless of which kind of affiliate you're interacting with, all of them got an upgrade to their coupon. We made it 30% after some testing. I realized that that's really where their coupons need to be in order for them to really succeed. So if you would like an opportunity to save 30%, please consider checking out one of the affiliates from our affiliate program. And if you are one, leave a comment on the replay of this video and let people know so that way they can come and check out your channels, your Instagrams. I don't care. Plug yourselves. You're part of our program. We want to support you, and our fans will want to support you too. So, and they get a coupon out of it, right?
Yeah.
So don't be ashamed to let them know who you are in the comments of this video, and then just follow one of them. They'll probably make a video or a piece of content that will have one of those coupons in it. It won't cost you anything extra, and they'll get a commission. So it's a pretty sweet deal. And then it helps me overall because then I don't have to do all the marketing myself, which is something I mean, I've been pretty transparent with everybody involved. I kind of want to break from that a little bit because I I'm just too sensitive to be on social media that often. just me. So, but if other people want to do it, I want to help them.
Yeah.
Is basically how I feel about it. It'll be advantageous for me and hopefully for them too. And that's why I want to make sure I tweak it. So, all right, I'm done with my soapbox moment. Thank you.
All right, my sweet.
But check out the affiliates and please support them.
Oh, yes. We're Bartles and James, and thank you for your support.
Oh, that is a deep cut.
That's enough. We've made that comment before.
Yes.
I know.
And it was a deep cut then, too.
Yeah. Bartles and James. Yeah. Hi, Terry.
Hello.
Let's see what else we got. I love you together in the light and audio. Excellent.
Yay. We get to cuddle.
Tara says, I'm so sorry I missed this voting. I'm so mad at myself.
That's
no
all
worries.
right. Leave the comment about what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the spotlight to yourself to a certain extent. Just go ahead and tell us. We'll pin the comment if you leave it and just let us know what you're interested in. And then everybody else, if you want to see a double monofilament wig that doesn't have a lace front, let us know what kind of style you'd want to see and like vote on each other's comments. We'll come back to this. Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned it.
Let's see here. I've been wanting Felix in chocolate-covered strawberry or tortoiseshell.
Ooh,
Funny you should say that. I'm doing photography at the moment, and
we may have made one or both of those. Maybe. Yay! It's just a matter of getting it up. Yep. By the way, can I give them an update about that too?
Off you go.
Because I know this will probably be interesting for Serene as well, because she was helping at least give us advice and stuff on that and with some stuff. But essentially, like, I think we need a project manager, honestly, to help us get some of this stuff can't talk. listed. Thank you. And I think what we need is basically to hire somebody that's like got a little bit of an agile background and have them kind of like coordinate this stuff for us, because I'm kind of focused on broader strategic things, interacting with the factories, and I'm editing video content for the main channel again, which is like hellaciously time consuming. Like I keep fighting with myself. I'm like, should I stop trying to be so comprehensive and go back to the old formula? But I still kind of like the idea, and I kind of want to test the theory of what would happen if I keep doing these really comprehensive videos, but just make them less frequently, because it's super duper time consuming. As I mentioned earlier, like I'm still editing the video for Trinity, and I was working on that last weekend and a little bit the week prior.
Yeah. And
it's just, it's got a lot of media attached. You will see it's going to be just like the Willow video, in that there's just so many little clips of video and audio and photos. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I like the way they're turning out. I'm like, if I wanted to know about a wig, this is how I'd want it to be presented. So make sure you let me know about that in the comments as well, because I want to make sure that you guys like that level of detail. If it's overkill and you'd like me to revert back, that's fine too. But I'm aiming for comprehensive, just to be thorough, you know? I don't know. That was a very redundant thing I just said.
That's all right, Master. That's all right. Now, just to clear things up, Krista, when you say green, you want the green. Are we talking the hair kitty?
Oh. Because we made that. We made a couple different teals that we're working on.
Yeah. There's that other one. I forget what it's called now. The darker one.
Not Moon Kitty?
Not Moon Kitty. My brain is malfunctioning.
That's all right.
Yeah. Sorry. Let's see.
What you got, honey?
Oh, says, thanks for the email listing the styles colors now up on Hair Kitty. I love getting that notification. Good stuff.
That's thanks to Jamie. We've been kind of training people to do more of the things around the house, and Jamie has stepped up to the plate to help us with our emails. And that I'm so proud of how she's been doing there. I mean, she caught on to that really, really well, and she's been getting better over time. So I'm very, very proud of her and how she's caught on to that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Christine says, by the way, Heather, that wig looks natural.
Yay! Yes, that's excellent. I'm sorry if I'm like clapping in your ear and it's like you're rupturing your eardrums or something.
Now this is a very good point. Beauty from Within says, I had LASIK 10 years ago and now have to wear readers constantly. My short distance is so bad now. I constantly have glasses on me. You know what? many years ago, when this radial keratotomy was first put forward as a treatment for short-sightedness, I was my parents asked me if I want to look into it. You know, because they figured, you know, if I had that done, they wouldn't have to pay for glasses anymore. They wouldn't have to pay for contacts anymore. Just one operation and done for the rest of my life. Well, I went in there and I gave them my prescription, and they said, well, you know, with your astigmatism and everything and your prescription, you'd still probably need to wear glasses, and you'd probably get, you know, like a prismatic effect at night for lights. And I'm like, okay, so you're asking for several $1,000s to cut my eyeball?
That's creepier than my dress pattern.
And I would still have to wear glasses and get a distracting rainbow effect at nighttime.
Sounds like a party.
Nah.
Yeah.
No thanks. So yeah, I've heard the stories, and I can sympathize with you completely, because they tout these new procedures, and then all the little fine print stuff that comes afterwards. Yeah,
but it always sounds so tempting.
It does. It sounds incredibly tempting. You'll never have to wear glasses again. Oh, except you, because you've got weird eyes.
Yeah.
But everyone else will be fine. It's just you. Just you. Yeah, they don't. They're not forthcoming with a lot of the side effects, are they?
Yeah. I think, though, that potentially this conversation can go down a very, very dark road that I don't know if I want to go down during.
Resting supervillain face.
Oh.
Yeah. Christine asks, I'm embarrassed. Was a double film. Yeah.
Here, I can do this one. Okay,
so off you go, my sweet.
A double monofilament wig. Okay, so if you've ever had like a lace front wig or something like that, you've probably noticed that it's kind of scratchy on the underside. And I bet you I probably have a monofilament wig somewhere that I can use for a demonstration. So give me a sec.
You okay?
Yeah, I just need to move and grab something with some monofilament.
I'll move back.
Okay.
Meanwhile, hi, how you doing? I'm Nigel. Oh, you're actually leaving the room.
No, I'm grabbing a wig with monofilament in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Heather's just grabbing a wig with monofilament in it. Meanwhile, I'll just scroll through here. Double monofilament. Yeah, no worries. That's
all right, I've got River.
All right, River. Coming up.
Beach house. Okay, here we go. All righty.
Okay.
So.
Right, here we go.
Okay, so if you've ever seen a monofilament wig, and this is our River wig, which will be coming this spring. I'm going to turn this light up just a smidge. Boop. Okay, that's really bright, but I almost think it's necessary for right now. So here, let me turn this inside out so you can see the monofilament, right? And if I get it really close, you may not be able to see it, but you can kind of see the grid pattern, and you can kind of see that there are little bumps sticking up. Because what they do in a monofilament wig or a lace front wig is that they take the needle and they pull it through.
Hey, why don't you wear that one?
No, because I want to use it for demonstration purposes, but maybe afterwards. But you want to put it in, you pull it through, and you knot it on the top side, right? Mm. But that little nub that's on the bottom underside of these wigs is very scratchy. Furthermore, it rubs directly up against either your scalp or your wig liner, and that can loosen up those knots over time and make the hair fall out. So what a double monofilament wig does is it alleviates both of those problems by adding an additional layer of either the same monofilament material or a finer monofilament that has a slightly silkier texture. They don't draw through, so it isn't incorporated. It's not like a French top, so it's not incorporated into the knotting, but it just adds a barrier between the two. So if you've ever gotten a wig that's got some of this monofilament, and the real difference between French wigs, like French part monofilament monofilament wigs and these double monofilaments that I'm explaining. This is just a single monofilament, by the way. The difference is if you look on top, if this were a French top wig, you wouldn't be able to see those knots. So it would look like it's coming directly out of a scalp because there's another layer of material on the top side. So the knots are basically in between two layers of a flesh-colored material on a French top wig, whereas a double monofilament is kind of like in between this and that. You know what I mean? So 1 layer, 3 layers, 2 layers. Does that make sense? And the double monofilament is the 2-layer version. Hopefully that was not just like super confusing, but I hope it was helpful. I will go ahead and put this on per Nigel's request.
Yeah.
It'll probably go nicely with this dress, actually. Here, let me fix this wig cap really quick. I have a bad habit of keeping my wig caps well past their prime after they're like ratty and falling apart and my hair barely stays in them.
And
I'm not even going to bother to try to restrain my edges because I'm going to rely on the roots to do most of the heavy lifting with that. I love this color.
All righty. There you go. Excellent.
It's one of the few blondes I can wear without makeup on.
There you go. Excellent. And it covers up the spider, which was freaking out Julie.
Oh! All right, cool. Fair enough.
All righty. So, we got someone again. Sharon says, hello from chilly southwestern Florida. I'm late joining. Hi, Sharon.
Hello.
Don't worry about those. There'll be a replay soon enough. Chilly southwest Florida.
So what is it? 70? Is that chilly?
We lived in Ohio. We lived in the what is it called? The lake effect snow belt.
Yes.
So, but I have been down in Key West when it hit freezing before. So yeah, I can sympathize what it's like. I've also lived in England, where it normally doesn't get very cold, and I can completely sympathize in living with a place that is not ready for cold weather. So yeah, take it easy, wrap up warm, and don't go outside. Because I know what Floridian drivers are like.
She is a Floridian driver.
I'm talking about other. She's obviously excellent,
yes,
and careful and intelligent,
yes,
because she's watching us. I'm talking about the other idiots on the road. Because we were down in Florida visiting some of Heather's relatives, and we saw an accident right in front of us.
Yeah.
We were peppered with the fragments of the accident. We were that close. It was an experience, and that happened in winter as well. So yeah, and that wasn't even a cold winter. It was like t-shirt and shorts weather.
I mean, but that's not exclusive to Florida, because the craziest driving story I've ever seen like that was at St. Simon's Island in Georgia.
St. Simon's Island.
If I haven't told this story, it's amazing, so I'm gonna go for it for just a second.
Oh, go for it.
I've probably told this here before, but it was pretty surreal. This was like I was at St. Simon's Island, and my friends and I were getting ready to go to brunch. And so we were, it's like 9:30 in the morning. We're in the car, hit a stoplight, we're at the intersection, and then all of a sudden we notice that okay, so it's a 4-way intersection. We're here, and over here comes this Jeep in really, really, really slow motion. Really, really slow motion. Goes diagonally through the intersection, and we're all stopped. Everyone else is stopped now, regardless of who has the right of way, because this Jeep is going through the intersection diagonally, goes above a curve, goes through a golf course, and into a pond. The car is now bricked. It is completely totaled because the entire front of the car is now underwater, and the lady is still just sitting there. And here this lady was like a retiree, and she was just wasted and trying to go to brunch, and she forgot where she was or something, I don't know, and then just kind of slow motion. She wasn't asleep even. She was fully awake and just kind of, her eyes were open, and she just kind of went, it was surreal. And she wasn't hurt. I feel bad for her car.
Mhm.
Nobody was in any real danger because of how slow it happened and the time of
like
day.
3 miles an hour. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
but it was pretty wild.
Yeah.
And the thing is, she kept insisting that we should help her drag her car out of the mud because she wanted to drive to brunch still.
That's not happening.
No.
That's not happening.
No.
How do you do pre-drinks before brunch, for Pete's sake? You have to start at like 8:30 in the morning.
Well,
even I don't do that.
Well, I mean, what if you go to brunch at like 11:30 or something like that, or noon? I mean, as long as you have as long as you have an Uber, it's okay.
Look, okay, the only time I have ever actually consumed alcohol before noon, because I do have some standards, is when I was working night shifts at the casino, and 8 in the morning was effectively my 1:30 at night. 1:30 in the morning. Okay, night shifts, I get off, I wanted a beer. Let me put it that way, okay?
Okay, I've
All
got a really good question here. You have a teal and Moon Kitty? Yes, and I'm working on both. I can't remember what the prototype for the other one was called off the top of my head. But yes, we are working on one for the Wigs Forever line and one for CysterWigs Limited, and they're a little bit different. Both of them are.
Yeah. Beauty from Within says.
I got something still. And then she wanted to know, are other greens in the works? I am working on one that I'm calling Cola with Lime, which will have kind of like a warm chocolate brown on top.
Yeah.
And then it has bright electric neon green tips.
Yeah.
Kind of like Billie Eilish green.
Yeah,
at the bottom.
We're in the process of hammering out the final details with the factory after they sent us the prototype. So it does need a bit of fixing.
Yeah, they wanted to make the top a true black, and I was like, you know what, this will look so much cooler. It'll really pop off if it's got that little bit of warmth on top to really set off that green. Because otherwise the contrast will do most of the speaking, and I thought actually the green should do most of the speaking. So
yeah, we're waiting for the next prototype. We're waiting for the next stage prototype to come back on that before we pull any triggers on anything. But yeah, that does look nifty, and the green is spectacularly.
It's very green.
It's neon. It is like electric lime. It is.
And in full disclosure, I look absolutely terrible in that shade of green. I look awful in that shade of green because I have like a really cool, like, I mean, there is gold in here, but it's mostly cool skin undertone.
Yeah.
And I still really love that color. And so I designed this color so that way when I model it, because people like to know what I look like in the hair in case they look like me. I start the green slightly below my mid face, so it isn't quite as overwhelming and it doesn't clash as bad. So it should be easier to wear than like something that's really super green all over. But I'm kind of into that too. I just can't wear it.
Yeah, but that's in second stage development.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting for another prototype after they fix the brown section to see how it comes back. But yeah, that's a good one. And Beauty from Within says, I saw a color of dark forest green, and that would be a fun color to wear if I did. Yeah, we've got a prototype that is a sort of dark greeny teal.
Yeah.
And that is in the works, let's say.
That's something that's probably going to be not a this year thing, though. That one's one where we're still kind of like in the concept phase, and it's not a prototype in the works.
Yeah, we're still trying to hammer out the details on that, but we do have that, so I know which one you're talking about. But we are, as I say, hammering out the details on that. So yeah, we have got that in mind.
Ooh. I just saw Krista's comment about eyeballs. Don't put it on the screen.
Okay. Gotcha.
But oi, Krista, wow.
Lots of problems with
well, I'm glad we're helping to get the word
else.
out. Thank you for sharing your stories about LASIK. I'm not going to put it on the screen though, because seriously, I've had laser eye surgery on my retina, but that was a completely different thing because it was literally emergency surgery, so it would detach after an accident.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, when I think of that surgery, I completely freak out still because it was like 45 minutes of nonstop panic attack where literally nurses and my mom had to hold me down so the doctor, who was a saint, could actually do his job. They should have given me a Xanax or something. And next time I might just request one because I know I have panic attacks when people mess with my eyes. But I should have known because I was just talking last week about how I can't stand it when they do that little puffer test to check your eye pressure.
Oh, that's That's a bit ugh.
No, it's just the waiting. The
Yeah,
waiting is the hardest part.
Mm,
To quote Tom Petty.
oh, lot of comments on where temperatures are. 3 degrees Celsius here in northern
Ooh.
Germany, which is about 6 or 7 degrees Fahrenheit. No, wait, no, that's entirely wrong. That is that's 6 or 7 degrees. We're talking about fucking hell, about 30.
It's so cold. It still sounds
about
cold.
36, 38 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, no, wait, hang on.
You know you are coming up with radically different answers for this, right?
I know I am. I'm trying to do the 9/5 C plus 32 after 3 shots of whiskey there.
I think you should just Google it. That's why Google's so popular, honey. You don't have to brain. You can Google.
It's chilly.
Yes.
It's not freezing yet, but it's chilly. Very chilly. Alcohol hits me kind of hard sometimes.
You're adorable.
Drivers in Florida are nuts. I used to live in Ohio. Yeah. Drivers in Ohio are nuts too. Drivers everywhere are nuts these days.
Yeah.
Bloody hellfire. Beware falling iguana warnings. Yeah.
That is so unique to Florida.
Well, of course it's Florida.
That's so fascinating.
I despair for the ecosystem down there.
It rains iguanas. Oh my.
Well, Liz, you say dark metallic green would be lovely with
Ooh.
1B. Yeah, that's not far from the dark green we're talking about. It's just I can't remember what the hell it's called or what the prototype was at the moment. But yeah, it is similar.
Yeah,
it is similar to what you discussed,
I mean,
and it does have flecks in it that make it look kind of color change, kind of like a quetzal with metallic color change. So yeah, it's not that far off.
I mean, we'll have to consult our records. Maybe make a little note that we could check that out and see what phase that's in, because I mean, it's part of we have a pretty comprehensive like production catalog that I created.
Yeah.
And so I'll just see what phase of production that's in.
Yeah.
And see if maybe that's the sort of thing that we can expedite a bit.
Heather, you look like a teen in that wig, says Rachel.
Yay!
Oh, let's see. I always fail the puffer test. Oh, it's a bloody horrible thing.
I just hate the suspense of it. Like when they have the manual thing that literally jabs your eye, I opt for that because it's somehow less scary than a puff of air.
Oh, here's one. 9 degrees Fahrenheit here or 13 C.
Thank you for the translation.
Now, here's the thing. It wasn't the last winter we lived in Ohio before my family and I moved back to England. It was the previous winter before we moved back to England. It was minus 25 Fahrenheit with some more for wind chill. And that was the coldest winter we've ever experienced. And the thing about it is, with wind chill, the temperature was minus 40.
Oof.
And the reason I like saying that is because minus 40 is where Fahrenheit and centigrade meet.
Oh, God.
Minus 40 is minus 40. Everyone knows what that is. It's fucking cold. Yeah. So that's terrible. That's stuff to be avoided. Yeah. And drivers in Virginia Beach are nuts too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I bet. Any place where there are people partying, it's gonna be a fun time driving around them, I'm sure.
Drivers in Las Vegas are horrible, but in Albuquerque they're worse. All those green chilies are to blame, I think. Got a friend in New Mexico who talks about New Mexico a lot and how much they love green chilies down there. So
I once heard a piece, I think it might have been, this was a long time ago,
Yeah.
on NPR or something like that. I'm sure it was like something from back in the day on NPR. Might have been like, I don't know, it was like one of those talking about people's everyday lives sort of thing. And they said something about how in New Mexico all the restaurants have 2 different flavors of hot sauce on the table, one red and one green.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can have it like Christmas tree, I guess, where they put a little bit of both on there. That sounds phenomenal.
Yeah.
That sounds like heartburn.
Yeah.
To me with the sleeve, but prior to sleeve, that sounds amazing. Sounds like heaven.
Speaking of heaven, last time I went to the optometrist, the puffer test was replaced with a device which she only looked through. That sounds
I
fantastic.
need that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Christine, oops, that's the wrong one, asked, which wig are you wearing again?
This is River. This is River. And this is in the color Beach House Rooted. This one is not in our warehouse yet. So even if we get all caught up with that, and like I mentioned at the towards the beginning of this, I think we're going to hire a project manager for that. Because it's something where it's above me too.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'm not afraid to ask for help. So essentially, the thing though is that this is probably going to come, I want to say May. I think May is when we're expecting this one. And you know, the ETAs could move, but this has been ordered, it's been paid for, and it's going to be in a whole bunch of different colors. This is coming in the same shipment as our Roxanne wig. So if you watch the channel trailer for the main channel, you're like, ooh, to Roxanne, the one that's like a spiral perm. That one's also going to come in the same shipment as River. They're like sisters, but they're not twins.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Beauty for Women says, Nigel, yet been there with the temps. Minnesota is cold in the winter. Oh, yeah. Hey, I bet it is there, don't you know? Sorry, I watch a lot of MST3K, and they do Minnesotan voices like crazy. So every time I see Minnesota, you know, I just sort of break into that their voice, don't you know? Oh, yeah.
It's good. That's better than I could do.
Sorry, don't mean to be insulting or anything like that. It just happens. And Sean is back. Hi.
Hello.
The wind hurts your face. Yes. Yes, it does. We have what's called in Devon a lazy wind, in that it doesn't bother to go around you. It just goes straight through you. Feel free to use that anytime you like. I went to school in Lake Effect Stone and regular had minus 30 F where your nostrils ice over if you don't wear a ski mask. Yep, I remember that. We had the situation in Jackson Township, Ohio, where the idea was if the like the local school board commissioner could not get to work, then school was canceled, but he lived right across the road from his office. So, you know, it would be minus 25 and kids would be falling over on the bus stop and shattering, but we'd still have to go to work school.
I just realized something horrifying.
Yeah.
That because of remote learning, snow days are done. Like, I don't have kids, so I've not experienced this firsthand, but like, what's the point of a snow day if you can just go to school remotely? That's an institution. That is sacred. That's when I would watch The Price is Right.
Well, getting up at 5:30 in the morning to listen to the radio for the hopes that...
Yeah.
Oh.
No whammy. No whammy. Yeah. And by the way, you went to the school that always called off.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it seemed like you did.
It seemed that way, but it really didn't.
Because my school never called off. It's like they wanted us to die.
Weed out the weak. Definitely. Oh, Krista says, yeah, we were close to minus 40 this week and apparently may get down there again. We had a lot of truckers coming town today and it was cold, but thankfully not minus 40.
Ooh.
Oh, no, can't abide that. Oh.
That is too cold.
Yes. Eye appointment in 2 weeks. Can't wait for new glasses. Well, pick some good ones. Let's see what you look like in them. After I actually eat more hot sauce on everything.
That's Ruin Y. That's that's the bypass. Yeah.
RNY. It looks like my. Sorry.
See, I've heard that the heartburn's worse with the sleeve than it is the bypass, and I guess it's because it's a vertical pressurized system as opposed to a pouch. I don't know, but that's just what I've heard.
Oh, let's see.
And this one's long too. If I go back up a little bit, just so you can see, this one's literally 30 inches as well. This is the same length as Trinity. It's just got a different texture.
Yes.
And a different part. The part's in the middle.
Didn't grow up in Florida. I grew up in Northwest Iowa, where we had winter from late October through to April. We had minus 40 at night. It was awful. Yeah, Bill Bryson talks a lot about that. Bill Bryson, if you're not familiar with him, is is a largely a travel writer from Iowa, who talks about his childhood growing up and how he would often be put out on his grandparents' summer sleeping porch in the winter and have long underwear and clothes and boots and 12 blankets to sleep at night outside in the winter. So yeah, that sounds wow. Oh, Julie says it's the same working at home, no sick days or snow days.
Yeah.
No snow days for 2 years now. 4 kids still at home since pandemic. 2 are still in high school. 1 moved back from Germany when pandemic was a year in. Oh, man.
I feel so bad for kids for not getting snow days anymore.
Yeah.
Those are always such fond memories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
just the absolute thrill of expecting to go into school and then snow day!
I used to love being able to literally watch The Price is Right. I remember that very distinctly.
Oh, I remember the game shows. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic. Is River going to be non-heat friendly or heat friendly?
This is non-heat friendly.
Hmm.
This is a Wigs Forever piece.
Non-heat friendly.
Some of the Wigs Forever pieces will be heat friendly, but we'll always make sure that that's very clearly disclosed.
Mm. And Denver is still having snow days. Well, good, I think.
For the skiing industry.
For the skiing industry, definitely. But, you know, excellent. Oh,
the Royal Velvet question from Kelly.
Yes. We're working on it.
Yes. We do have some that will be released. I don't know if they're up on the site yet or not. That's, again, what I think we need literally a project manager to help us coordinate. Because I unfortunately have too many other plates that I'm trying to spin at the same time. So
yeah,
we'll see what we can do there.
All right. Christine loves reading Bill Bryson. Bill Bryson is an absolute treat. He's got the same kind of snark that I appreciate. Yeah, fascinating story. Started out in Iowa, went on a couple of backpacking tours around Europe, and decided he wanted to settle in England and married an English woman. Kind of like the reverse of what we did. But yeah, we can highly recommend Bill Bryson. Heather has read him. I've read him. And yeah, he's an absolute hoot. He does a lot of travel books. He's done some interesting historical novels about the history of like the house he lived in. He's done a fascinating book about the year 1927 where he talks about movies and aviation and baseball. Now, his dad, Bill Bryson's dad, was a famous sports reporter back in the day. And I gotta tell you, sports bores the pants off of me. But he made baseball interesting. So I can't think of a better recommendation than that, really. I can't. If he made baseball interesting to me, that's some good writing right there.
I like the book he wrote about walking around England.
Yes, that's a good one.
That was one with a lot of love in it.
Oh, yeah. Well, he did a follow-up to that as well of years later. He did an update of all that. He's done Australia. He's done the Appalachian Trail.
I would not be brave enough to go walking around Australia on foot, Wendy. I don't know if you would do that because you're from Australia, but I don't know. Everything I hear about there is that everything's poisonous or venomous.
Venomous, yeah. Well, not quite.
Or that all the spiders are gigantic.
Some of the sheep aren't venomous.
That even the bunnies are a problem.
Speaking of great authors, Terry Pratchett in his Discworld novels, he parodies everything in the real world on the Discworld, and there's a continent called Forex, which is the analog of Australia. And it says, can you tell me what isn't dangerous on this continent? And a tiny piece of paper comes floating down that says, some of the sheep.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, what's that? Oh, it skipped again. There are still some snow days here in Ottawa because they keep switching from in-person to virtual. Kids were finally going back in person. Boom, snow day. Got a shit ton of snow. I can imagine I mean, like I said, Heather and I lived in the lake effect snow belt, and it must be even worse further north.
Yeah, well, because we're getting all of Canada's snow, but like when they reach surplus, they give it to us.
Yeah. What is surplus snow in Canada? And Terry Pratchett is the best. Absolutely.
You turned me on to the Discworld books.
Yeah, because she's an operatic type singer. I gave her some what was it called? Masquerade, which was about the opera. That's fantastic. Ha! My Scottish friend said, thing about sheep, the daft ones are dead. Not necessarily. There's like a dominant idiot gene in sheeps where they will automatically get stranded on the most inaccessible bloody crag that no one can possibly reach.
Okay, I got a story. All right, so this is about goats, not sheep. But,
goats.
But very similar climbing instinct, right? And their hooven, whatever. So this is actually John's mom's story. So if John's here, hey John, this you know the story. So you can let me know if I'm saying it wrong. But anyway, his mom wanted to have a farm basically, and so she bought some goats. And one day, I guess she didn't latch the door of her house well enough, and it's like a 2-story home, right? And her bedroom was on the top floor, apparently. Important foreshadowing. Apparently, these goats figured out that the latch wasn't firmly latched, got into her house, and so long story short, she like went to work at the grocery store or something like that, came back, and was like, where are all my goats? Oh no, the door is open. And she thought that there were intruders. She went inside and here all of these freaking goats were in her bedroom and basically climbed to the highest point, which was her bed, and had shit all over the bed. And that's what she came home to.
Yeah.
So those goats are not there anymore. I think she sold them to another farm or something. Like
John.
John. All right. I don't know what happened to the goats, John, but yeah, that story is hilarious, and thank you for telling me that story so I could then steal it and use it in the live stream. Thank you.
You know what's funny? I was talking to my mother about goats.
Really?
Goats today. Yeah, and
Oh, he added details. They shit all over the stairs. Oh God.
Yeah, not a colossal fan of goats, and Mum's not a huge fan of goats either, and she doesn't like the look of them. And I said, never ever look up a Damascus goat. And I tell you folks now, do not look up Damascus
they're all
goats.
gonna do it.
Yeah,
now.
because they're going to do it now. You're better off. I'll tell you what. You're better off looking up. You're better off looking up the Eborsisk dragon.
That's so much harder to type.
From Willow. Eborsisk. Eborsisk. Yes, it was named after Siskel and Ebert. Two-headed, hideous, horrible, venom-spewing dragon.
She's 100% gonna do it.
Yeah. Seriously, right. You take an Eborsisk dragon, cut one of the heads off, cover it in fur. You've got a Damascus goat. It's the most hideous creature I have ever seen, and I like deep sea fauna. That should tell you something.
Oh, but some of those are cute, like those little Dumbo squids or octopus or whatever they are.
I'm talking about like telescope fish and black gulpers. I'm talking about things with teeth like an entire sewing basket full of needles spilled on the ground.
Those Dumbo squid are really cute.
Oh, the Dumbo squid are freaking adorable.
Okay, they're really cute. Okay, so John did give an update. He said, and yeah, she went down to the corner store, put up an ad, and a guy came to pick them up the next morning. She didn't charge for them, just wanted them gone. I don't blame her. I don't even know how she was able to sleep in her own home after that. Ugh.
Well, having experienced goat shit in first person, it's not messy. Little
It's
tiny
still
pellets.
Poop.
Yeah, I know. I know it's still poop, but they're little tiny self-contained pellets that pretty much stay put.
No.
But they do smell because know
if ghosts did that to our bed, we would burn the bed. We would like say a prayer for it or something, light some sage.
Well, when I was in kindergarten, we had a bring your pets to school day. I'm not sure if anyone else ever had that, but bring your pets to school day. Someone brought their goat, and yeah, it just shit all over the place. But happily, it was self-contained.
What?
Oh, dang it. Where was it? Oh, that's not it.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh.
So this is, don't get a goat. goat is basically the theme of
Don't
tonight's live
get
stream.
a goat. No, I was intending to click on this one. I'm learning so much on this live. But it jumped when I was just preparing to click on it.
Oh my.
Also, the upstairs guest bedroom, also where she keeps her video editing stuff.
No.
Oh, John, man, that is...
Oh, man.
Man alive. Oh, right, we're clicking on this. There were couture shows in Paris last week. Princess Grace of Monaco's granddaughter rode a horse down the runway first in the show. I kept wondering how they avoided the horse poo on the runway.
Maybe they put a diaper on it or something.
Do one of those things where they put a catchment thing under the tail like they do for Central Park carriage things. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Hi, Mom!
Hi, Mom! We were talking about goat poop.
Yeah.
Very highbrow
Yeah.
stuff. We're only the finest here.
I grew up on a goat farm. I loved them. They had no ears.
Aw.
Is that a specific breed? If it is, please let us know what breed that is, because I've seen I've seen a video of someone had security video doorbell footage of a goat that came up to the door and it had no ears at nighttime, and the infrared camera just made it look like an absolute demon. But yeah.
I wanted goats until I found out they like to climb on cars. My car part. Yeah, nope, I agree. My mom says they're better than cows, but honestly, I keep seeing these videos like on Reddit of those Scottish red Highland cows, the little ones that
ones that look like mops with horns.
Oh, they're so cute. They're like little bovine puppies. They're just so freaking cute, and they look so fuzzy, and they like scritches, and I don't know, it's very tempting sometimes.
Well, rhinos like scritches. I'd love to have a pet rhino.
I think that'd be harder to pull off.
Yes, it would be extremely hard to pull off, but they do like scritches, and then they get the zoomies.
Oh, baby rhinos are the cutest.
Baby rhinos are friggin' adorable. If you've ever seen video, you can look this up on YouTube. Baby rhinos, friggin' adorable. They act like puppies, and they're just so darn cute.
Serene says fading goats are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
La Mancha. Where's that at?
Spain.
Oh, cool.
You know,
faded goats.
You know, not Surreal, Bergerac.
Julie says goats are smelly. I would assume that's probably going to be the case for livestock.
They are.
Period.
Yeah.
You know what else are surprisingly smelly? Are
me.
Ferret.
I'm going to shower later, I promise.
Polite silence ensues. Anyway, no, ferrets.
Ferrets
Ferrets are adorable, but my goodness, they're definitely mustelids.
Yeah. Yes. La Mancha. Spain, what's his name? Guy who tilts at windmills. Not Cyrano de Bergerac. Sancho Panza and Don Quixote. That's it. Don Quixote. Ah! Oh.
Woo! Yay! She says, my vaunted chocolate-covered strawberry arrived this evening. It's the most stunningly beautiful brunette I've ever seen. Yay! Yay!
Excellent. Glad it arrived. And Enrique and John, best customer service ever. Well, I mean,
John's in here. See,
yes.
Kudos, John. Good
well
job,
done, John.
Yes, make sure you let Enrique know that he got a shout out.
Oh, I see. I see. That's the breed, La Mancha. La Mancha goats are earless. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
We got there.
Yes.
Comprehension dawns.
And Serene says you were right about Don Quixote. How do you say the name of that town?
Goats over in Llandudno, Wales town, in the first lockdown. Goats took over Llandudno, Wales, in the first lockdown. Wow.
Can you say that really long name again?
What? Llanfai Pushkingish Gogerish drop for Llanticilio go go goch.
Yes, because it sounds like you're making shit up.
No. It means St. Mary's Church of the White Elm near to the rapid whirlpool of Llanticilio of the Red Cave, or of the Red Elm. There has been some debate over the exact translation of the name.
I love how geeky you are.
Thank you.
And how you took time to memorize that.
It's a 56. It's something like a 56-letter name. Of course, I'm going to learn how to pronounce it just to say that I can do it. Now that's probably not entirely accurate, but it's a close approximation.
Oh, John got the message. 10-4. Yes, excellent. Thank you for letting Enrique know. Wendy is excited about her chocolate-covered strawberry Ambrose 10-inch. Yes!
Excellent.
I'm very excited to hear what you think of that compared to Felix and some of the other shorty curly dudes we've got. Kathleen is a big fan of the chocolate-covered strawberry.
Yeah.
Yes, fantastic. And great Welsh.
Thank you.
Well done. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for this evening. We still haven't eaten yet tonight, and we might want to do that. But before we go, we do want to display some more of the stuff that Nigel is working on. So give Nigel
what? Hey, what?
The patron roll.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to click here?
Click.
I'm teaching him how to do this. Okay, we
Okay.
still got our cute little bird friend up. You'll need to go back over to your computer for this part, honey.
Whoa.
You got it?
No.
All right, well, we'll just stare
Just a
at
second.
bird for a second.
That
Bird,
cute,
bird,
cute,
bird,
cute, cute
bird,
little
bird,
kinglet.
bird, little bird.
There we go.
Yay! Okay. So we're on Patreon. You probably knew that. And we do stuff there. You can just go ahead and scroll through. Just make sure everyone can see all the names. We've got Lori joining us. And there was also someone else you wanted to shout out to. That was
Barbara was concerned that we hadn't added her to the patron roll.
Corrected.
Well, Barbara Marin, you are
Yes.
now on the list.
Yeah, so I spent some time this weekend, or yesterday, kind of going through the patron roll, making sure it was all up to date. So we got you. So thank you for hanging out with us and letting us know that too, because we want to make sure everyone gets a shout out here. And I hope this is legible. I tweaked some of the fonts on this and spaced it out ever so slightly more so you could see it a little bit better. That way everyone could see the names, honey. You can just use the arrow key, and that way you don't have to block out people's names at the bottom.
Oh, is it doing that? My apologies.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Just use the arrow key.
Okay.
Yeah, there you
Getting
go.
the
That
hang
way
of
way we can see everybody's names.
Happy polylogies.
Yeah, that's okay. You're doing a great job, honey. So that was the last of that. I think there might be one more slide on there. Oh, yeah, we do. Hooray! And there's even animation. What?
Woohoo.
Snazzy. I added that one too. It's got stars and moons. It's very thematic.
Yeah.
Crazy pastels. It's kind of the thing we're doing these days. Here, I'll scoot back over for
That's
you.
okay.
Well done, dear. You're
Thank
getting the
you.
hang of these controls really quickly. So
Technology.
I'm very proud of you. Here, I'll get close to you.
I'm proud of you every single day.
He tells me stuff like this all the time. I want you to know that's not
I'm
for the,
sickening.
that is not for the camera. He's
No,
that,
I actually do that every single day, multiple times a day.
to the point where I'm like, do you think my ego is really that fragile? It's okay. And he's like, but I want to say it whenever I think it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's cute. So all right, we'll let you go.
Ruining the grade curve.
All right, night everybody.
Bye.
We'll talk to you next week. Bye.